For years, buying cheap meant accepting mediocrity, bloodless engines, plasticine components that broke before the first oil change, and that feeling of having thrown your money in the trash. But welcome to 2026, where that stigma has died and been buried face down. The 15 motorcycles I am about to reveal to you prove that you don't need to mortgage your house to have a fast, reliable, and above all, fun machine. This is not a list of compromises. It is proof that the best sometimes doesn't have to be the most expensive. We begin. Position 15, Honda Navi. We kick things off with the cheapest highway legal bike you can buy in North America today. And when I say cheap, I'm talking about a price that looks like a computer error. The Honda Navi is a glorious mini moto that defies any attempt at classification. It's basically the engine of a Honda Ruckus forced into the chassis of a Grom, all wrapped in a plastic shell that looks like it came out of a toy store. But don't let its childish looks fool you. Its 109 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine delivers a modest 8 horsepower. 8. Don't panic, it uses a CVT automatic transmission, which means there is no clutch or shifting. You just twist the grip and go. This completely eliminates any intimidation factor for new riders. It weighs only 107 kilos, less than most dirt bikes, and it has a trick up its sleeve. A locking storage compartment located where the engine should go, large enough for a jacket, a laptop, or a six-pack. The ergonomics are tiny but surprisingly cozy. The seat height is an accessible 76 centimeters. You sit upright with your knees tucked in as if you were riding a motorized BMX. And although tall riders will look like a bear on a circus bicycle, the Navi is surprisingly habitable. It reaches about 88 kilometers per hour, so the highway is not its natural habitat. But in the city, it is a weapon of mass destruction fun-wise, gas costs the same as a coffee, and the smile it gives you is priceless. Best of all, you can get a brand new one for $1,870. Second-hand, even less. It's the perfect entry point to the world of two wheels. No drama, no debt, and no regrets. Position 14, Moto Papio SF. If the Navi seems too childish and you start to miss shifting gears, the CF Moto Papio SS is your next stop. If the Honda Grom is the queen of mini-motos, the Papio SS is the rebellious jester, the one who arrives in formal wear while everyone else is in jeans. It's a mini-moto with a retro racer aesthetic that oozes style from every angle for pennies. It looks like a Ducati Panigale that shrunk in the wash. Its 126 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine generates 12 horsepower. But the crucial part here is the 6-speed gearbox. 6. A huge advantage over the competition, which settles for 5. That extra gear allows you to reach 105 kilometers per hour with ease, opening the possibility for short highway hops. Its dual headlights and semi-fairing give it a legitimate cafe racer vibe that turns heads. The ergonomics are sporty but in miniature. The clip-on handlebars are low, forcing you into an aggressive stance. It's a mini sport bike in every sense. The seat is low, but the foot pegs are high to gain lean angle in the corners, allowing you to scrape your knees against the asphalt. It feels aggressive and playful, begging you to push it to the limit at every opportunity. It's perfect for go-kart track racing or for acting up on the weekend. It's a toy, yes, but a very fast toy. And you can get a brand new one for $3,299. Used, they start appearing for $2,500. It's the choice for someone who wants to stand out without spending a fortune. Position 13, Royal Enfield Hunter 350. Royal Enfield is the undisputed master of affordable retro, and the Hunter 350 is their masterpiece of accessibility. It's designed specifically for the new rider who wants a classic-looking bike that works with today's logic. Its in-house J-engine, an air and oil-cooled 349 cubic centimeter single-cylinder, produces 20 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. It's not fast. It reaches about 120 kilometers per hour and takes a while to get there. But the engine is smooth as butter and sounds like an authentic British thumper, and it gets about 34 kilometers per liter, making it practically free to maintain. The chassis geometry is tighter than on other Royal Enfields, giving it a quicker response in urban traffic. The seat is at about 8 target centimeters, the handlebars are wide, and the posture is upright. It feels dense, high quality, made of real metal. It gives you the sensation of riding a big bike without the weight or the intimidation. It's the perfect bike for the stylish urbanite who wants to look good at the cafe terrace without spending what a Triumph costs. And all for $3,999 new. Used a total steal for $3,200. Position 12, Honda XR 150 L. We're swapping asphalt for mud. The Honda XR 150L is the tractor of the motorcycle world. Honda finally brought this agricultural legend to the American market, and it is the ultimate utility machine. It's built to survive the apocalypse. Its 149 cubic centimeter air-cooled single-cylinder engine is, get this, carbureted. Yes, a carburetor, simple technology that you can fix with a screwdriver in the middle of nowhere. About 12 horsepower that won't blow your mind but will take you everywhere. It comes standard with a massive rear rack capable of carrying firewood or groceries. The suspension has long travel that absorbs potholes, gravel, and even small jumps without breaking a sweat. The ergonomics are upright and comfortable. The seat is thick and plush, nothing like the concrete planks found on other dual sports. The height is 84 centimeters, but the suspension compresses significantly when you sit down, making it accessible even for shorter riders. It's perfect for the rural explorer or for those who own an RV and want a lightweight bike to explore trails. You can buy 2 new ones for the price of one real KTM. The price is outrageously low, $3,990 new, used about $2,500. It's the ultimate unpretentious tool. Position 11, Kawasaki Z500. We leave the countryside and return to the asphalt with a naked bike that has updated its legendary platform. Kawasaki has bored out its mythical 400, bringing it up to 500 cubic centimeters to create the Z500, the quintessence of the first big bike, the one that does everything right and costs almost nothing to maintain. Its liquid-cooled 451 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 51 horsepower. It's energetic, rev-happy, and bulletproof. It features a slipper clutch and a lightweight trellis chassis. It weighs only 166 kilos, making it incredibly agile. The ergonomics are super motard style. You sit inside the bike with a slight lean toward the handlebars. It's aggressive enough to enjoy a mountain pass, but upright enough to commute without your back hurting. It's narrow between the knees, which gives a lot of confidence at stops. The Z500 is for those who want to have fun on the weekend but need a reliable ally during the week. It accelerates from 0 to 100 faster than many sports cars and gets 25 kilometers per liter doing it. You can start one up for $5,500. Used, it hovers around $4,800. It is the entry point to the Kawasaki universe in every sense of the word. Position 10, Triumph Speed 400. Position 10, Speed 400. If there is one bike that has broken the market's molds in recent years, it is the Triumph Speed 400. Triumph, the British premium brand, teamed up with India's Bajaj to build a cheap bike that, against all odds, still feels like a Triumph. And boy did they pull it off. Its liquid-cooled 398 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine produces 39 horsepower. It's surprisingly lively with a willingness to stretch its legs, but the important part is the finish. It features big piston inverted forks, ride-by-wire throttle, and traction control. The paint and the gold anodized coating on the suspension look like they belong on a bike that costs twice as much. The ergonomics are neutral roadster. The seat is at about 80 centimeters and the wide handlebars convey authority. It feels substantial and firm, not like a toy. It's perfect for the beginner with style aspirations, for those who want to be respected at a distinguished gentleman's ride without going broke. Arthur from Manchester sums it up well. I've had big Triumphs all my life. I bought the Speed 400 for city riding, and it's brilliant. It has that Triumph DNA. The finish is impeccable. It is the best value for money bike on the market, period. Exactly $5,000, used about $4,200. It's much more than a cheap bike. It's a little gem with pedigree. Position 9, Yamaha MT-03. Yamaha calls its MT range Master of Torque. For a 300, the name might be a bit exaggerated, but the MT-03 is a true riot on wheels. It uses the engine from the R3, the brand's sport bike, but strips away all the plastic bodywork to create a raw and direct urban brawler image. Its liquid-cooled 321 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 41 horsepower, and it loves to rev. It reaches 12,000 revolutions per minute without breaking a sweat. It is smooth, reliable, and exciting. Its front end looks like a transformer, giving it a distinctive street presence. The ergonomics are upright and comfortable. The tank is sculpted so that the knees fit perfectly. It is very low and accessible. In traffic, it feels incredibly light and agile, allowing you to filter through spaces that big bikes only dream of. It is the ultimate weapon for the urban assassin. Tyler from New York explains it like this: I live in Brooklyn. The MT-03 is the perfect bike for the city. It's narrow enough for the bus lane, fast enough for the highway, and nobody tries to steal it because it's not a flashy sport bike. It's a tank, $5,000 new, about $3,800 used. Ask for nothing more. Position 8, Royal Enfield Shotgun 650. We closed the first chapter with one of the coolest bikes you can buy for less than $10,000. The Royal Enfield Shotgun 650 is a factory custom. A stylish bobber that looks like it came straight out of a customization shop in Los Angeles or Tokyo. Built on the brand's 650 platform, the shotgun uses the same 648 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine that brings so much joy. It produces 47 horsepower and 38 pound-feet of torque. It features a 270-degree crankshaft that gives it a delicious growl. And it's built like a tank with real steel fenders, not cheap plastic. The ergonomics are unique, mid-set foot pegs and flat handlebars. You sit in a position of authority, slightly aggressive. The seat is a floating unit, though it includes a passenger pillion in case you want to spoil the lines. It is heavy, but it carries the weight very low. It is perfect for the custom enthusiast. It comes stock ready to be left alone, but its true nature is to be a blank canvas for you to make your own. Leo from Chicago made it clear. I traded my Sportster for the shotgun. The Enfield engine is smoother and just as fun. The build quality is shocking for the price. It feels solid. At every stoplight, people ask me what it is. $6,890 new, hard to find used, but it hovers around $6,000. It's the custom for someone who doesn't want to be just another face in the crowd. Position 7, KTM 390, Duke, Gen 3. If there is one bike that has proven that small can be fierce, it is the KTM 390 Duke. And with its third generation, the Austrians have gone one step further. This is no longer a budget bike, it is a precision weapon with a bargain price tag. The new liquid-cooled 399 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine delivers 44 horsepower and 29 pound-feet of torque. But the important thing isn't just the number, it's what surrounds it. The new Duke incorporates adjustable compression and rebound suspension, launch control, and a specific track riding mode, features that until recently were reserved for $20,000 bikes. The ergonomics are aggressive, as a Duke should be. The seat is lower than in the previous model, but the foot pegs remain high. You are thrown toward the front end, ready to attack every curve. It is twitchy, fast-reacting, and absolutely stimulating. Miguel from Spain expresses it perfectly. The new 390 is crazy. The adjustable suspension lets me tune it for the track. It brakes harder than my old 600. This is not a beginner's bike, it's a knife for anyone who knows how to handle it. $6,299 new. Used, they are starting to appear for $5,500. It is the entry into the orange world with all the consequences. Position 6, Honda Rebel 500. We're talking now about the gold standard of modern cruisers. The Honda Rebel 500 is not just a motorcycle, it is the reason why young people started looking at cruisers again. And it did so with a simple recipe: minimalism, reliability, and an overwhelming personality. Its liquid-cooled 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine is the same one used in the CB500 range, which means it is indestructible. 46 horsepower that won't snap your neck, but will get you out of any trouble with ease. It features a chain drive and a factory bobber look with fat tires and all blacked-out components that look sharp. The ergonomics are super relaxed. The seat height is only 69 centimeters. Yes, you read that right, 69. It is incredibly low. The foot pegs are in a mid-position, not too far forward, which makes it comfortable without losing control. It is perfect for shorter riders, although taller ones might feel a bit cramped. But the best thing about the Rebel is how it stands the test of time. Amanda from Ohio confirms it. I bought my Rebel 3 years ago. I've put 24,000 kilometers on it. It has never needed a repair. It's fast enough for the highway and easy in the city. I love it. $6,499 new. Used, it holds steady at $5,000. It is a safe investment in happiness on two wheels. Position 5, Suzuki DRZ 4S. 25 years. That is how long it took Suzuki to update the DRZ 400, and when they finally did, they did not disappoint. The new DRZ 4S is the dual sport that everyone was waiting for, the one that brings modern technology to a legendary platform without making it unnecessarily complicated. Its liquid-cooled 398 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine debuts electronic injection. Goodbye to the carburetor, and more importantly, it debuts a sixth gear. Finally, you will no longer have to look for that extra shift on the highway that never came. The power is around 38 horsepower, the suspensions are updated KYB units, and the chassis is completely new. The ergonomics are typical of a dirt bike. The seat is 94 centimeters off the ground. It is narrow and flat, designed for standing up. It is not a bike for touring routes, but the new smoothness of the engine makes highway stretches much more bearable. It is the bike for someone who wants it all. A real enduro that can go to work, or a commuter that can hit a trail without breaking a sweat. Brian, a longtime owner of the old DRZ for decades, sums it up. I waited 20 years for this. The injection is precise and the sixth gear changes everything. I can go at 80 on the highway toward the trails without the engine screaming. It is the perfect dual sport. $7,100 new. Too recent for a stable second-hand market, but it is worth every penny. Position 4, CF Moto 450 SS. We have reached the bike that forced Kawasaki to update the Ninja 400. The CF Moto 450 SS is a sport bike that offers high-end performance at a bargain price. And besides, it looks like a spaceship. Its 450 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine with a 270-degree crankshaft sounds like a V-twin. 50 horsepower, and it comes standard with Brembo brakes and winglets. Yes, you heard right. Aerodynamic winglets on a budget bike. It also features a TFT screen with integrated navigation. The ergonomics are sporty but habitable. The clip-on handlebars are slightly elevated and the seat is comfortable. It moves in that category of sporty comfort, looking like a super bike without being one. It is the perfect companion for the novice who wants to start on the tracks. It has the brakes and the chassis to learn to go fast without fear of going broke. Chris from Florida explains it. I was skeptical about a Chinese bike, but the finishes blew me away. It sounds incredible stock. I've taken it to the track 5 times and not a single failure. For $5,600, it is a real steal. $5,699 new. Used, it can be found for $4,500. It is proof that China no longer makes cheap toys, it makes serious motorcycles. Position 3, Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. The Royal Enfield Himalayan was a beloved bike, but it was slow and heavy. The new Himalayan 450 is a total reinvention. It has gone from being a friendly tractor to a legitimate global explorer. Its liquid-cooled 452 cubic centimeter Sherpa engine is the brand's first modern power plant. It produces 40 horsepower, it features ride-by-wire riding modes and a tripper screen with integrated Google Maps navigation. The suspension is by Showa with massive travel to soak up rocks and potholes without flinching. The ergonomics are designed for the long haul. The seat is adjustable. The tank is narrow to facilitate a standing position. It adapts exceptionally well to tall riders. It feels robust, ready to be dropped over and over again. It is the perfect companion for the budget-conscious traveler. It will go anywhere a BMW GS goes for a fraction of the price. Raj from India confirms it. The new engine is a gem. It cruises at 130 kilometers per hour effortlessly. I took it to Ladakh and the suspension absorbed everything. It's the best adventure bike for the money, no discussion. $5,799 new. Used, it's starting to be seen for $5,000. It is the key that opens the world. Position 2, Kawasaki Ninja 500. And we have reached the runner-up. The bike that is, by default, the correct answer to the question, which sport bike should I buy? The Kawasaki Ninja 500 replaces the mythical 400 and does so with flying colors. It balances performance, reliability, and resale value like no other. Its new 451 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 51 horsepower. It has more torque and is faster than its predecessor. The styling is new and aggressive, mimicking its big sister, the ZX6R. In the SE models, it incorporates the KaiPass keyless ignition system. The ergonomics are the benchmark of the segment. It is sporty, yes, but the clip-on handlebars are high enough so your wrists don't hurt. The fairing provides excellent wind protection. It is perfect for everyone. Novices start with it. Experts race it on the track. Commuters save gas with it. Mike from Toronto puts it clearly. You can't beat a Ninja. Parts are everywhere. It's fast enough to lose your license, but easy enough to learn on. I use mine daily. $5,299 new. Used, it hovers around $4,500. It's the head of the class for a reason. Position 1. CF Moto Ibex 450 MT. And number 1 goes to the bike that broke the internet. The CF Moto Ibex 450, known in other markets as the 450 MT, is the unicorn everyone was screaming for. A lightweight adventure bike with a twin-cylinder engine and serious off-road specs at a price that makes the competition cry. Its 449 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 44 horsepower. But the magic isn't in the engine, it's in the chassis. It features adjustable KYB suspension with 20 centimeters of travel. It has spoked wheels with tubes in off-road sizes featuring a 21-inch front. It weighs only 175 kilos dry. The ergonomics are rally-inspired, the seat is flat, the handlebars are high, and the screen is adjustable on the fly. It feels like a miniature Yamaha T7. Accessible, yet plenty capable. It is perfect for the real adventurer, the one who leaves the asphalt and wants a light bike that can also handle the highway. Dan from Colorado sums it up. I sold my Heavy Tiger 900 for the Ibex, zero regrets. It handles trails like an Enduro and rides home at 120 on the highway. For $6,500, it makes all other adventure bikes look overpriced. $6,499 new. Used, it holds at $5,800. It is proof that the best sometimes isn't the most expensive. It's the best thought out, and there you have it. 15 bikes that prove 2026 is the best year to be a motorcyclist on a budget. From the innocent Honda Navi to the adventurous CF Moto Ibex 450, they all have one thing in common. They won't make you regret it once. The price war is over, and the only winners are us, the ones who enjoy life on two wheels.